This testimonial deserves a round of applause, huh? He's inviting us to a beer, huh? Yes. So we're going to move on now to have a presentation by one of the energy service companies in Belize. We have several of them. We have Solar Energy Solutions Belize. We also have, not presenting, but we have Pro Solar Engineering, and we also have Chromagen. They deal with solar water heating. So again, during the mixer event, we would be able to engage with them more at length for any technical questions you may have that actually pertains to your specific area of interest. No, but I will now call to the podium Mr. Matthew Ludwig. He is a technician that works with solar energy.
My name is Matthew. I work for Solar Energy Solutions Belize, and we are a full service solar solutions provider, and we're going to go through the presentation here, give you an idea of what we do. Could you go to the previous ones? And next. All right, so the first step, pretty much with any solar system, is the power consumption analysis. And that is where we measure the loads of the building, and then that gives us an idea of what kind of solar system you can use, how much energy you need, and so on. Solar Energy Solutions Belize then provides the full service from there on, system design and installation. We do maintenance down the road after the installation is done. We can do remote monitoring and also service support, and that is when you have equipment malfunctions and need to talk to the manufacturer and so on. All right, so when it comes to solar systems, most of the systems can be broken down into two basic types. One being the off-grid solar systems. And those are primarily for remote locations, islands out in the bush where no grid is available. And there, the off-grid solar system creates a mini-grid, generates solar power from PV panels, stores it in batteries for later usage, and most of those systems will have backup generator for when there's not enough sun. All right. Next, we have the grid-tied solar systems. Now, a grid-tied solar system basically consists of just the solar panels and the inverter, and that can be used to offset your loads during the day when the sun is out. It is ideal for businesses who have high daytime loads and lower nighttime loads, and it can make the biggest dent in your electric bill for those type of businesses. But it can also provide savings for pretty much anyone who has electric usage during the day. Okay, here we have an example of one of our off-grid systems. This is Windward Lodge out on Tobacco Key. And before we installed the solar system, they were running on diesel generators there. Right now, they're looking at a payback period of slightly under 5 years for that solar system that's installed. Okay, here we have a few other examples of some of our off-grid solar systems. Caracol, La Gracia Village, Mountain Equestrian Trails. So, Next here we have an example of a grid-tied solar system. Now this particular one is at Universal Hardware in Belize City. A few of you might have been there at some point. So this system is an example of an almost ideal grid-tied solar system. They have heavy usage during the day and almost no usage whatsoever at night. And they're looking at a payback period on that investment of roughly 4 years. Okay, next. All right, here we're looking at the same installations we saw in the previous slide, and this is 1 day of energy usage at Universal Hardware during the week. And as you can see, they've got very small nighttime loads, ramps up heavily with their big building air conditioners during the day, and then the solar comes along and offsets a huge amount of that consumption, and then sun goes down, and pretty soon after their loads decrease. So as I mentioned, pretty much an ideal grid-tied solar system. And there you can see a full week of the same system there. The system the solar production is curtailed when it's not needed, as we don't currently have any interconnection agreements with BEL that allows for feeding energy back into the grid, so it has to be regulated. Okay. All right, and here we have a few examples of some of our grid-tied solar systems. We've got Cayo here just up the road. They got a little demo system there that they use for training. And we've got Cha Creek. We've got BRC Printing over in Benke, Gumbo Limbo near Georgeville. And yes, a few more systems there. Some of our grid-tied systems in Spanish Lookout and Orange Walk. Okay, so that's pretty much it for our presentation. We have the table over there. Happy to take any questions you have. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, Matthew. Short and sweet, equally very informative. I loved the actual graphs that you show, which clearly indicates the impact and the reduction it has on the energy consumption for that particular business, no?